Walmart today announces a new grocery brand called bettergoods. Let's discuss. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano. Welcome back, Danomites, to another coffee rant. If you have to hit pause on this video to get your coffee or whatever beverage you deem necessary, go ahead and do that now, as this is going to be an interesting conversation. We have Walmart, who has rolled out this bettergoods brand. bettergoods private-owned brand. I think it could be good. Could be good, hopefully. I mean, I'm sure they've spent a lot of money to work this out, but, you know, we'll see what happens. They also, put in a lot of self-checkout stores, or a lot of self-checkouts in a lot of different Walmarts lately that they just decided, well, we're going to get rid of them all. So, we'll see what happens. But I think it's a good thing. I think it's good that Walmart is doing something to... They'll sit there and say, don't be confused, though, okay? Don't be fooled. They're coming out and saying they know they want to listen to the people. There a lot of these options at bettergoods. Looks like it's going to be a lot of gluten-free options, a lot of healthier options, a lot of... They say things that I think are attracting maybe a more younger audience. And I mean, I can understand from an advertising point of view and stuff. But a lot of the information that I was getting from some of these websites is ridiculous. I found a lot of typos from different websites where it's like, they'll probably go back and correct this stuff. It's pretty fresh. But, they talk about 300 products that are rolling out with this bettergoods brand. Okay. Most of them, at least that they only talk about gluten-free and some of these other items in the same sentence of saying all items are going to be $2 to $15, most items being $5 or less. Well, I feel like the items that they were talking about are going to be $5 or more, because to have gluten-free items or a lot of different vegan options, you're removing a lot of ingredients from a lot of different things, which takes time, money, adding different things, that are very hard to come by this day and age, with certain events going on around the world with different ingredients and stuff we can't get. I just feel like the stuff that they were talking about in some of these different options sounds like it's going to be on the more expensive. Now, if Walmart's able to come out and roll out a lot of different gluten-free and a lot of different plant-based options, as they're saying as well, I kind of feel like some of these websites are only talking about these things. I feel like this is what Walmart has given them to talk about. But 300 items that's rolling out with this bettergoods private-owned by Walmart. I have to imagine that it's going to be more than just these select handful of things. They go on to talk about snacks, beverages, soups, coffee, right? Different coffee. I guess we'll just have to see. I don't know anything about it. It just came out today. It's kind of why I don't like doing these little news breaks on the day they come out. But I wanted to get it out here. We had some comments on the channel over the last couple videos I did. It's all over the news. But there's no real information on it. What little bit that we do have, I looked at some key points. Prices $2 to $15, most items being less than $5. So take that for what you will. They said that they're already rolling it out, as you can go and order it, I guess, online. I don't know. I'll have to check that stuff. Again, if you guys know anything else, let me know down in the comments. But it is interesting. I have liked private brands over the years. Take Private Selection by Kroger. I can't even name one that I don't like. I mean, I love Private Selection by Kroger. Frederick's by Meyer brand, Frederick's. They've always been pretty good. There might be one or two that I didn't like in the past. I don't like how much the prices are going up. And is that what's going to happen? Is Walmart going to unleash have these prices? But, okay, once they're there, who knows? They may start going up. There's no way to tell. I'm sure they won't for at least a couple months before all the media and everything is out of there, and people quit talking about it, I guess. But I do think it's interesting. I am definitely looking forward to trying some of the products, and I am not against any gluten-free or vegan options. I always love trying new things, no matter what it is. There are some plant-based items that I don't really care for, but that's me. That's my opinion. That's just it's just what it is. I've tried some plant-based options that I do really like. So anyway, I think it's interesting. I know what's going on here. Target has been doing very well with their Good and Gather brand. Now, Target launched this private brand like a few years ago, and it really took off. One thing that Walmart did say, they came out and said that they want options that have no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, culinary expertise, which is good. I like the wording, just, and I'm sure it's all true. Just, that's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that you're talking about for very cheap prices. So we'll see what happens. But with Target, the Good and Gather brand isn't necessarily the cheapest, but it is cheap compared to like some other different private brands. Now, I will also go on to say that we've tried a lot of Good and Gather products, and they're good. They're really good, and they are cheap. They are cheap options. A lot of the more like fancier like jams and jellies and different things like that can get kind of sauces by Good and Gather. Can get a little pricey, but they're very good. They're expensive, but they are really good. And if you start looking at the ingredients, a lot of things, it's very like natural. There's no like additives or anything like that. I think that's what Walmart is trying to pull here, and I'm glad. I'm glad for that. I am. Now, I will say that I have grown to really love a lot of great value products. I hope that this at least keeps great value products right where they are. Like, I'm not asking you I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to lower those prices, but just quit raising them. Quit raising those prices. Hopefully this helps. There's been something going on, okay? I like I said, these news articles I was reading, I was like, it's kind of weird. And they were all having this different weird information, some typos and stuff like that. But I did read where they said they're closing 51 health centers. Walmart Health Center? Maybe I've been in the dark. Is that like one of the Walmarts where it's like, is that like where it's only groceries? Is that what they're talking about? They're closing 51 of them, and I'm like, health centers? I'm like, Walmart doesn't own any health centers that I know of. I mean, I really don't know. But I'm assuming that that's where they sell just the groceries. But if they're closing those and then adding these into other Walmarts, don't really know. It's not very clear. Again, another reason why I really don't like putting these little news breaks out here before all the information's out. There's obviously way more information than what we're being told, but wanted to put this out here because a couple of our viewers and everything were talking about it, and I had just seen it on the news. I'm like, well, we got to talk about it, see what's going on. But that is what I've gathered so far. We will be doing updates on this as we go along because it's interesting. It is interesting. I'm always down to try new foods, and that they're going to a level that Walmart has never gone before. That kind of sounded Star Trek-ish, didn't it? Go somewhere where no one has gone before. But I think it's interesting. Now, Walmart has worked with different companies that have owned private brands that have sold in their stores, just not their own private brand. So I'm interested to see what they come up with. And it does look, if you are looking for some like serious healthy options, they kept mentioning green and stuff like this in the articles. And it's like, well, let's see. Let's wait till it comes out. You haven't mentioned one product, right? There's not one product that I have seen online that is being sold, yet they say you can get them. And then they say in this, like the next sentence, that rolling out this fall. So I don't know. It's very confusing. So you're probably more confused now than I was. So you're welcome. You're welcome. This has been a confusing conversation with Dano and Walmart's new private brand, bettergoods. We will do some updates as we go along with this, but it's kind of, there's not really much to know yet. Not much to know, but I am interested in trying some of these products. Maybe I'll buy up some of these products and try them on here with you. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.